Well, today the UN General Assembly condemned President Donald Trump's administration for declaring Jerusalem the capital of Israel. The vote was pretty strong against the United States, 128 to 9, with about 36 countries abstaining. Well, the vote took on added significance after a series of threats by Trump and his UN envoy, Nikki Hailey, suggesting that the U.S. might cut aid to countries or to the United Nations itself if the United States were condemned for this decision. It's tough to say what effect that had. This was always probably going to be a loser for the United States. Every year, the United States has struggled to carry Israel's position in UN votes. It's unclear what effect the threats had, but now that those threats have been issued, it's unclear how the Trump administration plans to deliver on them, if at all. I think it would be surprising if there was any action to eliminate U.S. aid to countries like Iraq and Afghanistan that would potentially fall threat to the Islamic State or other extremist groups if they didn't have U.S. security assistance. There are other countries that get large amounts of U.S. humanitarian aid, and it would be pretty unprecedented for the U.S. to withhold food and medicines to countries in strife or in facing natural disasters because of a political disagreement. So I think they were braced for this. The question of what it means for Trump's relationship with the UN is an open question. I mean, Trump and other officials have talked about the UN bearing an anti-Israel bias, and they have plenty of evidence to back that up, given the UN's focus on Israel over other conflicts. Will he take that out on the UN? Unclear. There's consequences with allies as well as on the ground in parts of the world that need U.S. support. If the U.S. were to suddenly yank hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, that may not be in the U.S. national security interest either.